In this video, we will see how long it takes to learn the names and locations of the counties of Maine. If you have watched our video on how to navigate through the system, and if you have played any of our games, you know how it works. So I'm going to get right into it. First, I'm going to scroll across and find the topic for Maine. We've got games for all 50 states. Maine, click the icon for Maine. It brings up a row of games. We're going to start right off with the color map game. And click the single player and click go. It asks for Androscoggin. And that's one of the things I'll tell you right at the beginning. I don't know how to pronounce all of these counties, so it's best to work with your teachers or someone that knows how to pronounce these. But as you go through it, you have to say something. I'm going to be calling that Androscoggin. And after I finish this video, if there's some counties that I really have a problem with, I'm going to call the Chamber of Commerce in Maine and ask them, how do you pronounce these counties? But let's get started. I do not know where Androscoggin is located. I'm going to try this one. That is Aroostook. Okay. This is Franklin. There are a couple of other states in that part of the country with a county named Franklin. This one is Kennebec. Okay. And Knox. I have a friend in Knoxville, Tennessee. Hancock. I tell you what, I clicked all of those, and the very one that I have not clicked yet is Androscoggin. And it asked for Aroostook. I think I remember that. Cumberland, I haven't seen that, so I'm thinking this is Cumberland since I have not clicked that button yet. Franklin is here. Hancock there. Kennebec, that's Knox, Kennebec, and Knox. I was 24 seconds over. It takes about 3 or 4 times to play these games to get to where you can beat the clock. We only have 10 seconds to do these first 7 counties, as you already know. It asks for Androscoggin. I think it's someplace down here. Okay, that's Cumberland. That's Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin. That's Knox, Hancock, Kennebec, and Knox. 1 second over. Okay. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, and Knox. I beat the clock, but I am not at all confident that I can do those, so I'm going to click the play now button, replay button, and do that a few more times. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, and Knox. Replay again. I'm going to try it without looking at any of the, I'm not looking at the questions right now. I'm going to see if I can do it without looking at those. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, I'm going to look at the question, Hancock, Kennebec, and Knox. One more time. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, something, Kennebec, and Knox. I had to look at the question. Okay, Hancock, Kennebec, and Knox. Okay, one more time. I was over the time limit. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, and Knox. Okay, let's go on to 14 questions. We're going to have 3 levels here, 7, 14, and total of all 16. So I already pretend to know, I think I know, Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, okay, is this Kennebec, and Knox. Okay, now it asks for Lincoln. Lincoln. That's, wow. Piscataquis. Piscataquis. This is not going to be an easy game. Piscataquis. That's Piscataquis. It's asked for Lincoln. Wow. I'm from the Midwest. I have no idea how to pronounce these. Penobscot. It asked for Lincoln. Somerset. There's a name I can pronounce. Waldo. That's easy. I just figured out how to figure where's Waldo. That was Lincoln. It asked for Oxford. I haven't clicked these 2 buttons yet, so one of these is going to be Oxford. That's Oxford. This is Piscataquis. This is Penobscot, Piscataquis. Sagadahoc. Okay, you guys can all make fun of me, but after I finish this, I'm going to call the Chamber of Commerce somewhere and find out how to pronounce these. Somerset, that's Waldo. Somerset, and Waldo. 30 seconds over. I'm surprised I got that close. I'm looking at question. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Waldo, Lincoln. I know it's not one of these, I don't think. Lincoln, no, that's Waldo. Lincoln, no, that's Oxford. Sagadahoc, Lincoln. Oxford. Penobscot. I'm going to try Penobscot. I'm going to try Piscataquis. Sagadahoc. That's Waldo. Sagadahoc, Somerset. Sagadahoc, Somerset, and Waldo. 18 second over. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Knox, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, that's Waldo, Sagadahoc, Somerset, and Waldo. Okay. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Knox, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis. I know the pattern is down here and then up here and over here. And it's going to be, and this is Waldo. Alphabetically, that's the last one I've got so far. Sagadahoc, Somerset, and Waldo. Okay, 11 seconds over. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, H-I-J, Hancock, Kennebec, and Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, and Waldo. Okay. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Knox, Knox, Kennebec, and no, this is Knox. This was Hancock. Lincoln is right next to Knox. Oxford is off on the left. Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, and Waldo. Okay. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Penobscot, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, and Waldo. Okay, let's go on to 16 questions. Okay, Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Penobscot, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, and now I have two new ones. Let's see if this is Washington. That's York, Washington, and York. That's pretty good. That was only 3 seconds over. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, KL, Lincoln, LMNO, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. Okay, got that pretty good, actually. Got through that quick. But I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to play it a couple more times for reinforcement. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, K, Knox, K, Lincoln, Waldo, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Piscataquis, PQRS. Oh, okay. Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, that's Somerset, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Oxford, Knox, what's it asking for? Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis. Seriously, I know I sound like I'm not pronouncing these right because I know they're not right, but I gotta say something. Once I know how to say that, then I'll have this. It asks for Sagadahoc, and then it's going to ask for Somerset, Waldo, Washington, York. Okay? Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Waldo, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, as Somerset, Waldo, Washington, York. Okay, 2 seconds over. I'm going to do it this time. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Waldo, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. Okay, I beat the clock. Now let's try it in random order. I'll probably have to come back to this again, but I'm going to try it in random order. In random order, the questions are in random order, so I have to look at the question each time. Penobscot, Oxford, Somerset, Waldo, Cumberland, Androscoggin, York, Kennebec, Lincoln, Knox, Hancock, I know this is Washington, and I know this is something else. Sagadahoc, okay, Sagadahoc is Franklin over here. Aroostook, Washington, and even before I click Washington, I know this is going to be Piscataquis. Washington, Piscataquis. Okay, 10 seconds over. In random order, York, Sagadahoc, Franklin, Hancock, Penobscot, Knox. This is Kennebec. This is Knox. Okay, there's Knox. Androscoggin, Lincoln, right next to that other one. Cumberland, Somerset, Piscataquis, Kennebec. I know this is Oxford. This is going to be Waldo, and this is going to be Washington. So this is Aroostook and Washington. Did not beat the clock. Let's see how quickly I can do this. Somerset, Aroostook, York, Washington, Penobscot. So far, it's doing the easy ones. It's got, okay, Knox down there, the next K. Cumberland, Kennebec, 2 Ks. Hancock, Oxford, Lincoln, right down there next to the Ks. Androscoggin, Piscataquis, nope, that's Waldo. Piscataquis, Waldo, Franklin. Okay, I beat the clock. I'm going to do it one more time for reinforcement. Somerset, Aroostook, York, Washington, Penobscot, Sagadahoc, Knox, Cumberland, Kennebec, Hancock, Oxford, Lincoln, Androscoggin, Piscataquis, Waldo, Franklin, I tell you what, I'm going to pause this and I'm going to go and call Chamber of Commerce somewhere and see if I can figure out how to pronounce these. I don't want to embarrass myself here too much, so I'm going to put this on pause.
One phone call to the Maine Chamber of Commerce later.
Okay, I called the Chamber of Commerce in Augusta, Maine, and talked to a lady there who was very helpful, and she told me there's a song. If you Google Maine County song, it tells you how to pronounce these. So I listened to it several times, and let's see if I can do this better now. Okay, click the go button. Sagadahoc, Piscataquis, Piscataquis, Penobscot, Franklin, Waldo, Washington, Androscoggin, Somerset, Kennebec, Knox, Hancock, York, Oxford, Cumberland down here, and Aroostook. She said I did pretty good on that one. Okay, Lincoln is right down here next to the K's, and I got 100%. That's pretty good. I'm going to go back and start this whole thing over with my correct pronunciations. Click single player and click go. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, and Knox. Okay, let's go on to 14. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, F, G, H, Hancock, J, K, Kennebec, and Knox, K, L, Lincoln, L, M, N, O, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo. 2 seconds over. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, and Waldo. Beat the clock. Let's go on to all 16. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Cumberland. What's after Cumberland? Is it Lincoln? Yeah, Lincoln, Hancock, Kennebec, and another K. Knox, KL, Lincoln, Oxford, OP, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. Okay, I'm getting pretty close. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford. I'm looking at the question. Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. Let's do that two more times, and then I'm going to see if I can see what I can do with a map. Okay. One more time, two more times. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. One more time, and then I'm going to go to the paper test. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. Okay, let's go to see if we can go to the map and see what I can do. Okay, making some notes down there, as you can tell. There we go. Okay, I know this is Aroostook. This is York, Washington. I'm doing the easy ones first. I think this is Somerset. This is Franklin. This is Oxford. Okay, this is Cumberland. This is Androscoggin. This is, I know that The K is Kennebec. I think this is Kennebec. I think this is Knox. Waldo is in here somewhere, but I'm going to wait for a second. Piscataquis starts with a P. I'll learn that in a minute. Hancock. Okay. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox. Okay. Lincoln. Is this where Lincoln is? I think so. Is this where Sagadahoc is? Somerset. Washington, York, Somerset. What is this? What is this one here? Okay, Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, KL, Lincoln, Oxford, something Piscataquis, PQRS, Sagadahoc, STU. Man, I'm gonna have to go right back to the game because I can't do any better than that. I mean, I'm doing pretty bad. We're gonna go right back to the game, switch down to review mode, click single player, and I'm gonna see what I can do just looking at this. Okay, this is Waldo. Didn't I not do Waldo on that map? No, I skipped Waldo, so that's what I skipped. Waldo. This should be Sagadahoc. This should be Lincoln. This is Knox, Kennebec. This is Androscoggin. This is Cumberland. This is York, Washington, Aroostook, Somerset, Franklin, Oxford. I'm gonna have to look at this question again. I'm gonna have to look at that. Okay, it says that Penobscot. This is Penobscot, and this is Piscataquis. Okay. All right. The clock has already started running, but I don't care because I'm just looking at it. Somerset, Waldo. So it's Waldo, Washington, and York. Alphabetically, it's going to be Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, KL, Lincoln, O, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, PQRS, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. Very good. I'm already not 10 seconds over, but I got to run through this to clear the screen. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, L for Lincoln, O, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, PQRS, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. Okay. I'm 30 seconds over because I talked too much. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, L. Lincoln, O. Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, S. Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. All right, I am at the point where I am ready to try and recite, okay, with my eyes closed. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, I'll have to go back to look at that. Piscataquis, yes, Saga something, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. Okay. I'm going to practice that a few times tonight, and I'm going to sleep. I'm going to actually watch that song a few more times so that when I get back here tomorrow, make a video on to show you that I can do them all pretty quickly. We'll do that. Let's see if I've got another map of Maine here. Hold on a minute. I'm going to put this on pause again and find a map of Maine. Okay. See if I've got this on here right. Go to the one with a map. Bring this down. And let's see what we can do. So you can do Oxford, York, Washington, Cumberland, Androscoggin, Aroostook, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Somerset, Franklin, got all the big ones. And now this is Hancock. This is Kennebec. This is another K, Knox. This is Waldo. This is Lincoln. And this is Sagadahoc. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I got those right. And I don't know how long that's taken me to make this video, but with a little practice and then review, you can all do this. It is really easy to learn all 16 counties of a state I've never lived in. And go to that song if you want to learn how to pronounce. The song is Google Maine County Song. Listen to that a few times. It's sung to the tune of Yankee Doodle Dandy. And I can't think of anything more to say here. Well, let's just go ahead and recite one more time. Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Hancock, Kennebec, Knox, Lincoln, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataquis, Sagadahoc, Somerset, Waldo, Washington, and York. All right. Thank you for watching. And I hope you get in and go to clickandlearnsoftware.com and you can learn all the countries of South America in 24 minutes, 50 states in 3 hours. You can learn all the countries, all 50 countries of Europe or Africa or the 31 countries of Asia in less than 5 hours, one evening. A lot of you guys want to play games until 2 in the morning, shooting up first-person shooter type games, but with this system, you can impress your parents, you can impress your friends, you can even impress your teacher. So it's free. Click on software.com, click the Play Now button. You know how it works. And of course, thank you for watching. That is pretty cool. Seriously, that is pretty cool. I enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it as well.